Welcome on in to Tuesday. Tuesday fun day at AZWF1 as we launch another little live stream to kick off the week. So I'm just loading up a page on the tablet now, so I can't see who's in here yet, but make sure you pop and say hello and I'll catch up in a split second. So I'll just edit in everything else and we'll be good to go. We'll get there eventually. But everything takes time, it's all good. Welcome in. My iPad's definitely catching up massively at the minute. So give me 2 minutes. And we'll be away. Looking forward to some sprints, see if we can show you what sort of rewards we could get. Talk through any strategies you've got as well. Alright then, so let's save this down and load up the stream on the old slow tablet. Hopefully we've got a few of you in here. Here we go, let's load in. Let's load in indeed. When it eventually loads up. 7 of you in here so far, and I've got an advert on my own channel, great. Javier, welcome. Andrew, welcome as well. GFO, he's here. Mbobo's here to watch the stream as well. Javier's calling out the like button. Oh yes, don't forget that like button indeed. Paul, welcome as well. Andrew's got 10 Leviathan in the sprint, so that's lucky. So let's test this stream out first of all. Let's make sure we're running smoothly. Doctor, hello Doctor, welcome. I'm sure you was in my GP group yesterday or at the weekend. I definitely had a player from F1 Manager called Doctor in there, so I'm not sure if it was you or not. Could have been, who knows. Mark, evening, captain of the troops. Welcome into the video. Benjamin, I'm good, mate. Hope you are too. Let me know how you are. How is everybody's sprints going? Andrew's already got 10 Leviathan. Anyone else pushing sprints right now? Frederick, welcome in. Nice of you to see some familiar faces. Sadly, you might be disappointed to know I haven't got the strategy guide ready for qualifying, but we'll definitely run through with some questions. Javier got True Grit. That's a good pull from the old sprints. And we'll certainly do a few races try and see what we would have got. Benjamin's good. That's what we like to hear. I'm glad we're able to make these a quite consistent thing nowadays. With every sort of Tuesday, I try not to clash with anybody of the other content creators. So I do try and keep it nice and easy. Christian, welcome. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Javier's 0.16 away from the 95%. Oh, so close. Frederick, did you get any good boosts? Any good rewards? It depends on your flags. I think you're right, Mark. Grinding Series 11. I'm grinding Series 8 at the minute. I won't necessarily do it on stream because that gets pretty boring. But I'm trying to raise my flags a little bit. Keith, evening. How are you doing? Yeah, Frederick, I know the total changes for sprints, each series you're in. It is quite a lot though. It's a good, 8 races? I'd potentially say. Yeah, so Benjamin's not doing sprints. Christian, glad you're alright. Yeah, all good for me. Frederick got 10 Russell and Hamilton. So these sprints do give out some decent rewards sometimes. Paul's chasing down bots in here, by the look of it. F1 Maestro, not max yet. No, I'm only at about 13,000 at the minute. Norbert, welcome. Mark's max flags. Yeah, makes sense then, mate. Makes sense. Easy races. Gary, the P1 back-to-back, is here in the chat. Everyone make room for the king at the minute. I'm coming to spoil his party, don't you worry. Yeah, F1 Maestro, I've got 2 guides out there. I'm still waiting to see how Hutch create the GP groupings next season. I do understand or assume that they're going to be the same, but I'll certainly be putting one out there if it is. I don't want to release too much just yet, though. I don't want to be wrong. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to guide people incorrectly. Keith's doing the grind up to flag count. It's always boring getting up the flags in especially lower series. Yeah, Frederick, I'm hoping they do as well, but I think it's too soon to make any changes. F1 Maestro, yeah, they do get buried. I see the views and see the analytics behind it, and you are right, but we certainly will look at we'll sort of look at some more videos. I mean, I've got one at the minute for the best and worst driver, and that's well over 10k views now, which is absolutely amazing. So some of them hit the spot, some of them need a bit of work, that's for sure. There's a lot of things, there's definitely some improvements, that they can make. What we'll have to do one day is we'll have to get everybody on the stream, as many people as we can, organise a time that everybody searches for a race, and we should see how many player-to-player matches we can get. That would be funny. See if we can get like 10 matches real life where you're all playing each other. Now that would be quite funny. We should have a leaderboard. We should have an AZWF1. How about this then? An AZWF1 little dual entry. And we can keep a leaderboard of how many real players and how many points you got. Almost like make a mini GP. Mini GP on a Tuesday. How about that? Frederick, end of season. Oh, well, first of all, Andrew, thanks for sharing. Christian needs a P1 in contender. So we'll all go champion to avoid you, mate. No problem. Frederick, I got perfect qualifying, perfect opening round, dropped 3 points in final round. That was it across the whole weekend. Like you, and I ended up P18. So it is so grim at the minute. Very tough. So we get the rep for the team. Stream is looking pretty good at the minute, which is what we like to see. Slim Reaper got his second first place at the weekend following the guide. That is brilliant. That's what we like to see. So let's kick into a sprint event where you only use common and parts. It'd be hard to outside of Hutch, it'd be hard to do, but within Hutch, I mean, it's definitely possible. I think if you gave everybody the same set and limited boosters as well, I think Andrew, going on your point, they could definitely do, here's a standard setup, all the same level. Here is the same drivers that you have to use at the same level, and you get 20 boosts for the weekend, or 20 boosts each round, and it's the same boost for everybody, and you've got to use them the best of your ability. I think that could be very good. I think putting everybody in the same boat and leaving strategy and decisions to the players would be quite interesting. So Mark's getting closer to that full score as we get a decent matchup here in Series 12 then to start off the sprint races. See what rewards we can get at the end of around 7-8 races too. Fred and Javier going back at each other after last week's clashes. Michael Bentz is here. Let's go indeed. We've started the sprints. We are off. The aim is to win a sprint, come first, see what rewards we get. And I don't have any strategy guides, but if you've got any questions around strategy, then please do let me know. I'll grab the link as well for the community membership. I'll get that in there as well. No, I'm forgetting everything today. It's been a mad day. Mad day indeed. Busy work day. That, for sure. We're at the chill out part though. Now. So how are we looking? We're absolutely flying through at the minute. Problem is, we'll see if we can get any real players. Usually when I've done sprints with all you, I don't get many real players, so you can try it and match me if you want. Not yet, Gary. No, not yet. I don't really know what to use, if I'm honest. I haven't looked at the 20%. I haven't seen what the impacts are. But I imagine Russell... Oh, maybe Russell. I think they're going to be very close. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. At all. Right, so let's pin this in. There we go. Sorted. F1 Maestro, 3 P1s in Champions we've got this season. I haven't got a Contenders. I don't even know if I've got Challenger in this account. Just P1 in Champs. I could have gone down to Contender to annoy a few people, but I'm not that harsh. Can't be that harsh to do that to people. Russell and Hamilton for Andrew, unless it rains. I did say that, yeah, I've said that to Gary, 100% rain. I haven't looked at all the tracks yet, so I'm kind of a bit blind. David, welcome in. Hope you're good, mate. As well, Igor, welcome. Hope you're doing okay too. Scott, definitely probably to do with your flag count, mate. I'm only guessing, but assuming it could be to do with your flag count. So next season, in May, not very far away, will give us a chance to reset and do things properly. If you are all watching my videos next season, you're going to be getting the best hints and tips I can possibly give you to help you out. Andrew's been watching the free-to-play. He sees what I can do on the free-to-play account. Not very good this week, let's be honest. So I can definitely help all types of players. Spending players, free-to-play players, the lot. Javier, P1 Contender would be very difficult these days. All them champion players who can't get P1 will be dropping down, especially the last week. That last week will be carnage in Contenders, because everybody will be clutching at straws to get a P1 champs. Scott, absolutely, max flags will kill you in terms of flags, so don't do that next season. Stay low for the initial time anyway. Paul, I can help you stop spending. If you just want to let me know your debit card details, I'll do it for you. So I can make you stop spending. I'll just replace it on mine. No problem. I did get somebody, and this might be news to a lot of you, and I don't know if you've seen it, but Tune In Boost is one of the events coming up. And I could be making that up, but that's rumoured what I've heard. I don't know how accurate I am on that. Exactly, Andrew, that's why I do it. Free to play, just showing people. If it wasn't for the free to play, not having 20% drivers, I'd still be in Champs now, I reckon. I did better in Champs than I do in Challenger. Frederick, I don't. It depends what comes up. It does depend what comes up in the season. Obviously, remember, we're not going to get any Team Series crates for a while. It's all going to be very low. Common, rares, epics, very low drivers. We're not going to get anything at all. Yeah, Andrew, we won't mention that one either. It was pretty soul destroying for any Leeds fans out there. I know we've got a few Liverpool in here, I know that. Nate Dog, welcome. Hope you're good. Let me know how you're doing. F1 Maestro, I don't even want to know. Would never look. Some things are best never looked at, never told. Benjamin, they did. They did. We are flying at the minute. Absolutely buzzing with how we're doing. Up there in 6th place. So, another decent matchup again. You guys and girls give me good matchups. I should play my GP in this chat, I reckon. I don't know why I'm on softs. I usually go mediums. Oh, Paul. Paul, what did it start with? I'm curious to know what it started with. F1 Maestro, not too happy with that, if I'm honest. I grinded hard this season to get the end of new season full half reduction in crate timers. So I'm quite disappointed that we're not going to get longer than 2 months. I'm sad with that, but we are lucky to get anything at the end of the day. They don't have to give us anything. They could just tell us to start again with nothing. So we have to be careful, but yeah, I wish it was all season. Thanks, Nate Dog. Appreciate the kind words. Glad you're well. Yeah, Igor, someone mentioned the spreadsheets and mentioned that tuning was on there, so I don't know how accurate they were or what they've seen, so maybe I'm just hoping. Andrew's in 1700s. Andrew, not far off the max, then. You're getting closer. Yeah, Paul's not saying. No, okay. I don't blame you. I couldn't do that to you. Yeah, if I'm Maestro, it's going to be hard. It's going to be 2 month reduction for me anyway. So I'm just going to have to make the most of that 2 month reduction. That's what I'm going to have to basically do. Good idea, Andrew. You maybe should work at Hutch. Yeah, Frederick, I'm interested to see what it is, and Igor says it as well, with the new power unit feature. What will happen to our cars? It could be absolutely anything this season coming up. We've got so much to learn. Fast starts, as Benjamin says, now perfect starts. What happens to them as we get a safety car? Safety cars coming out already in Australia, down under. Yeah, I think I'm actually really looking forward to the new season now. I honestly can't wait. The stresses of trying to get P1 will happen all over again, but we're going to be on champion from the first week possible. So they probably won't release a GP for the first week, but in the second week, we'll certainly be in champs giving it a go. It's probably the best time to get some early assets as well. So we're going to try our hardest. Imagine if you pull the best engine straight away. Oh, you'd be laughing. You'll be absolutely laughing. So safety car out in Australia. And we'll cruise round. You guys, to get 100%, you need a P1. So ultimately, you've got to push straight away in champs. But it depends what you do. It depends if you spend, don't spend. You get lucky in crates. You just don't know what the start is going to hold. Andrew, I'm very curious about boosts. Yes, what happens to our boosts that we've already got? Because we're not going to need fuel anymore. So all of the fuel boosts that we have are no longer going to be fuel. They're going to have to be something else. Do they change it to battery? Is that something that replaces it? Is it just a straight swap? Power? Michael's praying to RNG. Oh, yes. The thing is, what you've got to think about as well is we're getting this new battery feature. And it's all exciting and new. But what if the battery just replaces fuel and it's just a visual? Because it could be exactly the same. It could just be a battery instead of fuel. There's nothing stopping that being the case. Because obviously we've already got servicing, so if it's another complicated feature, then it's going to be struggling to look at the cars. I'm still deciding as well whether to start the free-to-play account off straight away or wait a few months, because a lot of my effort is going to be on the main account. Not really going to have time, but I don't know what to do yet. Not too sure. Exactly, Igor, Jin and Kawhi, great grip boosts. I'm very interested. They did say in their live stream that they are going to rebalance everything. So let's see what they do. I'm just hoping that we haven't spent loads of coins on great boosts like dead fast, like Kawhi, and then they become terrible. That's what I hope isn't the case. It could be environmental friendly cars. I think it's definitely for F1 Clash E, potentially. F1 Maestro, you're right, yes. I did share the screenshot as well, and I remember seeing it does have an up arrow. But so does fuel, I think. I think fuel has an up arrow when you're conserving. I'll try that in the next race, as we are on 94. Are we up against anyone? Not really. Let's see if fuel goes green upwards in this race. I can't remember if it does. Paul, I do think it is charging off memory. It was in the screenshot of the comparison on the two. Let me just see what fuel is, though. So let's have a look. Yeah, so fuel goes up on green, yeah. So it could just be a visual effect. It generally could. It just could be a replacement for battery and replacement for fuel, sorry. So that might be it. Let's have a look on here. Let's just prove then to anybody as well. And see how we go. I'm not sure if this is a real player or not. Don't think so. Medium and hard. So we kick off then. And so our fuel's going down at the minute. We're in P1. We're going to run again. So if we go, yeah, so you see it goes up. So it might just be a visual. It might be that fuel simply is just replaced by a visual of battery. So we could be reading too much into it. It could be that we're giving Hutch some amazing ideas on what to do going forward. But you can see at the minute, the green arrow, just they've moved the arrows. Yeah, F1 Maestro, I just don't know how much to read into it. In terms of the up, I don't know if they're just making it look better or it does. It's going to be interesting to see when they do launch what it does. I would like it to be something new and interesting, whereas if you push it drains it really quick and then you have to conserve. So let's say we do a lap, you know, like F1 real life, you do a qualifying lap, they use all their energy and they have to harvest it up, harvest ERS back. Now, if that's the same in this game, that could be very interesting. I would like to see that happen. It means you'd have to control when you push and when you don't push. So, like it could be your opponent's flying behind you, you've conserved your battery, you push to defend, and then conserve when you've got that little bit of gap. Either way, you're all going to be learning very quickly at the start of this season. Yeah, I think F1 Maestro, I think there's a lot of assumptions out there, and we won't know until Hutch release it or let us content creators release it, depending on what they want to do. So it's quite good to have a lot of guessing. I think you've got to have an open mind to all these changes, and I think it will benefit us either way. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is just a visual change, and it is going a bit more environmental friendly look. But let's see. We have got Power Unit, but we've got Aero. What does Aero do? Aero does absolutely nothing. There's no boost with Aero. So I think you can look at it either way so far. Pino, don't get it. Explain a bit more if you can. Gary, before you go, who's playing? Tuesday night, is it Champions League? David's Formula Clash E, mate. Formula Clash E. Depends what they want to do, F1 Maestro. Some things they will let us potentially know, so we can create stuff. Other times they want to release it themselves. Obviously, they have their own socials. That's what they did with the recent changes. They did the live streams. So it just depends what Hutch want to do. Madrid, Chelsea. Oh, interesting. At Chelsea, obviously, isn't it, as well? But yeah, Gary, enjoy, mate. Enjoy. Frederick, I've played Motorsport Manager before. I think I've played it many years ago now. Calder Cars, Hala Madrid. Benjamin's no point for me, win secured. Let me know then. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below, or the chat I should call it. What are you looking forward to the most in the new season? And what is your biggest change that you're going to make from this season? So if you could race this season again, what would you change? That's what I'd be interested to know from a lot of you. If you're sitting there watching, let me know you're in there as well. Participate in that. What would you change if you could have the F1 Clash 2022 season again? I want to hear some new faces, some new names as well. Benjamin doesn't want to lose as much. I'm pretty sure we all want that. Absolutely. Golden Cole wants to see a battery mode. Yeah, I think we potentially will get it. Michael would have started earlier. Yes, you've got to be in it for the long run on this. If you join late, you've got to spend, really. So definitely agree you on that one. Don't get max flags after 2 months, Scott says. Yeah, I mean, it might work initially. You've probably got your best chance for P1 right at the start if you're going to go max flags. But Scott won't be going up the flag count, so he'll be watching flags this time round, which I think a lot of you should do as well. Paul won't change anything. Of course you won't, Paul. Why change something that's not broken, eh? F1 Maestro is looking at the potential ERS that we could have, and the new perfect starts, driver stats, and legendary drivers potentially as well. GFO wants a fairer qualifying. So yeah, so qualifying positions, I assume there, GFO. So matchups. Eric has achieved Series 10, but I guess the same for you then as Michael, that basically starting earlier would be your beneficial. Javier would have watched the flags as well. Christian's probably going to get watching flags. Yeah, flag counts is a lot of people don't understand at the start of this season, and it was a big change. That's why I did a couple of videos on it at the time, because it was absolutely huge. And I didn't know until this season. Last season I learnt the hard way as well. Raced through all the series and then couldn't do anything, because you get all the spenders that are in max flags, and if you are not max, you ain't going to get a P1. Alonso should be getting a healthy stat bump. Yeah, with how Aston Martin are doing at the moment, I think absolutely. Frederick wants to, at this point, race in Series 12. Yep, get all the parts unlocked. Increase them levels. Nate Dogg's going to keep his low flags. Yep. Big Paul doing low flags. And players control where you qualify. Okay, yeah. So you could have a one-lap hit, like a little mini qualifying session. That could be a potential on the cards. Oh, Frederick, it would, 100%. Same score, should all get P1, shouldn't be fastest lap. Well, yeah, Scott, I mean, fastest lap's very lucky sometimes. You can there is ways to get fast lap, but to be consistent, it's very hard. It's very luck of the draw. Keep staying away from Paul. I think I should suggest that to all of you in here. Add Paul on Facebook. Watch where he goes on flag counts and go about 1,000 lower or higher. That's your tip for the game. Exactly, Michael. So what you got to think about is if you're lower flags, you're going to get lower coins. You're not going to unlock the parts that are in the highest series. So that means if you're in Champions, you want to get lucky with parts, or if they're on offer, then buy crates the same. So to be low flags, it either takes luck with Series 12 rewards or spending money. David, enjoy the football. Enjoy. Eric's excited for the battery charge swap instead of fuel. Wants a better qualifying matchup and time trial so you can practice. Yeah, I think a lot of people would call for that. A bit of practice. Or even a player friend. That would be amazing. We don't have to do this trying to match at the same time business. That would be good. Javier saying, don't forget to smash the like button. Yes, so make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. And if you want to become a community member like all, you can see the people in the chat, all with green names, all with a platinum crate on a 1 month subscription as well. So if you do want to join, link is pinned above. As we're well on our way to some decent sprint rewards, hopefully. Frederick, I think it would, just to practice. Imagine if you are always finding it difficult against tough matchups, you could literally race me and I could just let you keep attempting to try and take points off me. It would be a very good training exercise, let's call it. Dropping the price of crates, yep, Eric, I agree. They're very expensive, the crates, and compared to the pit pass, I think they're almost worthless now, because you get a couple of them in the pit pass and it costs you less than one of them crates. So I do agree. I think, but they might change that in the new season. Remember, crates will be cheaper when they're lower series, so we're all going to get cheaper crates at the very start, you would think. As we start lap number 8, nice and easy here. I could change to the P8, P16 strategy here. Let's see where we are at the end of this, and then we can change to make it a bit more interesting for viewing and not just racing around having a live chat. Maybe we need to make a podcast. Might be more beneficial. But it's great to have a good chat with everyone about the new season, what's coming up. I love to give back to the community, so if I can help you in any way, by God I will. As we get another race under our belt. Loving life as we go. P1 for Verstappen, P2 for Hamilton. Rival still only halfway around the track in P14. So let's wait for him to come round. Remember as well, if you're just sitting there watching, just put hi in the chat. You don't have to talk. You don't have to say another word or letter after that. Just let me know you're there as well watching. As we go into changing to... Let's change the strategy up. So give me 2 seconds. Let me have a quick toilet break and I'll be back. Give me a sec. Right, here we go then, we're back. Sorry, troops. So let's go Perez and Latifi, the old P8, P16 strategy. We're well ahead in the sprints, so no dramas there at all. So let's see if we can get Latifi through the field, see if we can pick off some more 47 points. And apologies for the delay there, got a bit sidetracked. No, sorry Mark, I had to sort something out quickly. Bit of an emergency situation. And look at this for a matchup. Oh. Let me put in the chat that I am back. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I had to sort something. So yes, difficult matchup in the Purple Rain. Look at this. P1, P6, P9, P17. So, what do we do here? I think Eagle, and I'm going to have to go Taurus. If this is a real player, it is actually game over straight away. Let's find out. Medium and soft, so I think it is a real player. And we're going to have no chance. Is it a real player? Don't think so. Look at, right, let's get our heads scratching here. So, we're going to need all our luck in this race. As Perez down to P10. Latifi P16. Making moves already up to P14. Come on, Perez. Makes a position. Can he make another one? Come on, Perez. Can he get through? We're going to keep boosting for now. We might have to jump out of this. Oh, look at this for a move. Oh, great move by Perez. Up to P6. That's what we needed. And Latifi now up to P10. Rivals in P1. So it's this P7 driver. P8 now that we're going to have to worry about. We can't really undercut. Or can we? Can we do 4 laps? We can, but the servicing, I know, is going to be an issue. So we're going to just have to keep... We could potentially... We've got to get up the field, though. I need all you to cheer me on here. See if we can get some crowd support to push on the right driver. But what we got in front of us? All pitting lap 3 and lap 4. So, P6. Come on. I reckon we can win this. What do you reckon? If we close that gap a little bit more. Mexican wave started by Mark. He's got his hands up in the air, waving just like he don't care. But it's going to be tricky. I mean, you've got 7 points to make up, but 2 of them will come if we pass the rival. Can we get... We can't undercut. I don't think we can undercut. Everyone's waving. Julpas, welcome. Welcome, mate. Hope you're well. We're up against it in this race. Big time. And where we got Latifi P10. Perez. What's everyone else doing? Alright, let's commit. We're going to have to commit 1 driver, I think. Lights are on since last week. We're trying though. So let's boost Perez from this corner. I thought I pitted him. I clearly didn't. I thought I pitted him. So we can go back to softs then. Are we going to last this lap though? Oh, here's a move. Perez up to P5. We'll take that. Lights are not on for me, have you? I think you need to go back and fix them. Homer, welcome. Nice to see you in. So we're into the pits then. Crucial part of this race if we want to win. And Perez comes back out. We're going to have to get past his rival. What tyres does he go for? Softs. Going to be tough. What about the rival out front though? is on mediums. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Homer. We're up against it big time here, but we're trying. Could do, Eric. I think that's a good idea. Instead of watching both, you could put push when opportunity arises, or you could have conserve and defend. I think there's ways of doing it. I definitely do think, as we get Latifi through, so only 3 points behind now. Can we get any more moves as we approach the Ferrari P4? Latifi P10, we need him to get past Bottas. And here's a good chance down the straight. And we are into P8. So P4, P8. 1 point behind. 50 minus your driver positions. It's quite a good idea, that. Have you? So P3 and P8. We are literally level, I think, now. Touch My Dilly, welcome with the emoji as well. Get in there. Get in, Touch My Dilly. Hope you're doing well, dude. And we've got one car to get. Can we get one car, we can take the lead of this race. Perez is flying. Can he catch P2, which is the McLaren? Latifi's all over the back of Verstappen. He might get P9 here, though. But we're holding off for now. Here comes a move. Can we get it done? We can't. We literally need 1 point. Perez can't get past the McLaren. Here comes Latifi into P7, but the rival's got P9. Is there any more left in the tank? Don't think there is. Here comes Latifi round the outside. Can't get it done. And sadly, we do lose, but 1 point being the difference. We drew with a rival who started P1 and P6. And we levelled on points, even though it was a bot. Still, like, look at this. No chance on the driver situation. But we gave it a go. Igor's going to miss Latifi next season. 100%. We need a new driver, folks. Need a new driver. That was a bit more interesting, that one, than the normal. Let's do another. Let's see if we can. Let's hope this is not loads of losses in a row now. Eric, I probably didn't think. I think I keep it on for the fuel part, because sometimes if I'm pushing, I want to keep pushing until I physically can't push anymore. That saves me running out of fuel. Andrew, we are going to miss him. No more Schumacher either. Who are we going to have? Kevin Magnussen? So we've got the same track, unfortunately, but we've got a bit of rain this time, so let's have a look what boost we can use. Let's use a bit of Reindeer and Latifi on the Hex. Hex is not amazing, SAR's better, probably round here. So is Tuning, but I don't have a lot of boosts anymore. You could have Hulkenberg, yes, Hulkenberg is a good idea. This is almost like doing best and worst driver. So here we go, 5 minutes of rain, so this will be a full wet race. We could have Guan Yu. De Vries, yep, Nick De Vries. There's a few drivers out there. As Perez already up to P3, Latifi P12. And look at Leclerc go on that grip as well. Absolutely flying. And look at Latifi as well, up to P9. And we'll continue boosting down here. Can we get another move done? Any room in the inn? Not quite, and it's P2 and P9. F1 Maestro, never have I ever been to an F1 race. What about you? Yeah, De Vries is on track. De Vries. Has anybody else been to an F1 track? in real life, watched a race live. Let us know if you have. What was your experience like compared to watching it on the TV? Keith's going to Silverstone this year. Not too far away from me, Keith. About 40 minutes from me, I reckon. Couldn't tell you what the price is, Frederick. I wouldn't know. Javier's done Spa. Have you watched the cars go up a Rouge? I bet. In the old V8s. Oh, them V8s were amazing. They were incredible pieces of kit. Homer lives far away from F1 tracks by the sounds of it. F1 Maestro seen Nico at IndyCar a few years ago. So a few of you have got some real F1 experience out there. So let's boost Perez. Let's boost Latifi as well. Let's try and get him through. Can we get an early move on Perez? Not yet. Michael's going to try and go Kota next year. I think that would be a great track to go and watch. A very nice track, I do believe, as well, Kota. As Latifi, see that Hex is not the best round here, but Perez on that grip, absolutely flying. That's definitely one to watch out for around here. Latifi down the straight, can he get the job done? He can't. €200 for a grandstand seat weekend. No, it's for practice. That's crazy. I can imagine Vegas or Miami being very expensive. So here comes Perez. Perez is out easy. Everyone's about to pit though. Lap 4 carnage. Andrew camps at Spa. I think that's a very popular thing at Spa. And we're going to lose a fair few positions here. Or are we? We're back out P9. So I think we lost one. Somehow. So we're going to have to rate this hard. We are going to win. But it'd be nice to get a few positions. And there's one. Latifi into P8. Christian's done MotoGP races. Some good tracks there as well. I think F1 would be a great experience. Yeah, Homer, Vegas is this year. New track, street track. That hopefully we'll get on F1 Clash as well. Another new track to learn. Oh, Benjamin, yeah, weird, isn't it? As here goes Latifi into P7 and then loses it again. Just for fun. Can we get any more moves done? Perez is flying on that grip boost. Maybe Reindeer's the new wet boost. Here is Latifi into P6 though. Can we get any more positions? Yes, Latifi can get into P5. So, from 17th place on the grid, Nicholas Latifi is up to P5. Is there any more room for a manoeuvre? We've got Carlos Sainz in front. Can we get a move? He's flying out there and he's into P4. Don't think he's going to get on the podium though. He's a good 4 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. But what a move. What a race from Nicholas Latifi. I remember when they had Portugal. Portugal track was on here last season, I think it was. Sure it was. It was a great track to race. Very different track. Andrew, that boost worked good, didn't it? Look how far we're clear we are. We are 20 seconds. Looking pretty decent indeed. Yeah, Portugal, China. Remember, imagine China with something like Deadfast or Firework on that straight now. Wow. Be insane. China was a good track. Do you remember the first corner in China where you would absolutely like fly off the track? You'd absolutely fly off, hug the barrier. It used to be mad. So, 2 more races, as long as we score decent points, and we will be at the sprint rewards. Could be a real matchup, this one. The bubble turn 1 here. Kriston, welcome. Hope you're good, Kriston. Michael's throwing digs at China. That's a brave thing to do. How have we got Singapore for the 3rd time running? If anyone was watching the first Singapore race, went to the toilet and come back, they'd still think we're going mad. So, let's go again then. Let's go. Wait, it's not even raining, is it? What am I doing? Let's try another one then. Downforce on softs and Latifi on Eagle. Oh, China would go mad if Guan Yu won. That would be incredible. Just like when Massa won the Brazil Grand Prix. As we run out of battery. Getting ready for the new season, running out of battery already. Let's get the iPad on the go. Here, plug the charger in. Latifi's run out of batteries, down to P17. Can Perez get the Red Bull though? Latifi's through to P14. Makes up 2 more as well, up to P12. We'll cut down there. Igor, look after yourself. Thanks for joining. Good luck this weekend as well and in qualifying. Kriston, asset trading now. I get 50 boosts of downforce a day. Andrew, yeah, forget about Cuppa. Cuppa's not bad in times. Wouldn't be my go-to boost, but is a decent boost at times. Javier, did you hear that they're reviewing whether or not Massa should appeal? Yeah, Kriston, I'm fully maxed now. So I get choices of 3 boosts a day. I think it's 100 ballast, 50 downforce, and 30 hex, I think is the choices. It saves me massively because they're very expensive boosts. Maestro, not sure yet. Don't really know what to get. I think I'm going to wait until the new season. Give it a week maybe. See what everybody's spending it on, what the best things are. It depends how strong the epics are. If the epics are really strong like this year, then yeah, I'll need the epic drivers again. Oh yeah, it's been so long now, Javier. It's kind of pointless, isn't it? Really, Christian, they probably knew there was something going wrong then at that point when they heard them cars. It was obviously quite clear to everybody what was happening. Frederick, yes, well, as soon as you're maxed, you can pick 50 downforce a day as the best boost. So I'm going to end up with about 4,000 downforce before the new game starts. But yeah, Doctor, it's in asset trading. Yeah, I think anything that's old like that Japan 1990 shouldn't even be consideration. Latifi's about to run out of tyres. Kind of forgot about the tyres, folks. And how we're going to run out of them. Andrew, can you imagine if they did a reverse of an F1 track? That would be interesting. Flip it around on here, surprisingly. But Latifi's only lost one place with that dodgy tyres. And we are out P1 and P10. Can we get Latifi up to this race and one more, and we will have a sprint reward as Latifi gets up to P9. A couple of hard tyres ahead of us. Benjamin, they should change up. They should proper give us some odd things. Like a rain-only event. Or a hard tyres-only event. Something really weird. I think that would be fun. Can you imagine, Andrew, you're just about to start your GP, you're going to race 1, and you're racing Singapore backwards. Now that would be funny. Kriston, you can only do your best, mate. Whatever you do will be your best for the weekend, so don't worry too much about the boosted drivers. If you get 10th place, great. If you get 50th, that's all you can manage. So definitely don't beat yourself up if you do get a lower position. Yeah, Paul probably didn't think that one through, did I? All right, wet and safety cars then. You got to have safety cars involved too. No pit stop would be chaotic because it'd be the slowest races of your life. They could have done an April Fool's, as Javier said. I don't think they did anything on that day. They could have gave us a massive offer to say, here's 10,000 free bucks, and then said April Fool's. That would have been harsh. Yeah, Benjamin, I think they definitely could do with more management, but they are saying that it's going to be more influence on races, so let's see what they do on that front. Could be anything. Could be absolutely anything this season coming up, and hopefully you're all going to be with me for the new season. Joining them live streams, watching those races. And because this account will be stuff left on it, like series going through all the series, it'll make live streams even more fun as well. Oh yeah, Javier, that would have been good. Here's 10,000 free bucks. You go to spend it and it's an absolute mess. Benjamin, look after yourself. Appreciate you hanging out here. Kriston, I'm going to try and keep it every Monday or Tuesday, so absolutely, why not? So what do we need? 33 points to finish a sprint. So let's see what we get. Mark probably won't be on for a massive amount of time longer, but either way, appreciate you hanging out. I think Christian, rare drivers, parts events, common drivers. I think anything to make it interesting would be very fun. Something a bit different. Homer, yeah, Exception is kind of like Dead Fast. It's not as powerful, but it is a possibility to use. You definitely want to use Exception if it's raining at like Miami, so Hex and that. So we've got a 4-4 on the go. We're going to use a Taurus there on a 4-4. Let's see what we can do. We're going to have to do an overcut to get Latifi through unless this rain comes in. Yeah, dogs are going wild here. They're on guard. It's crazy how much you can pick that up. That's mad. But yeah, they're on guard at the front door, that's for sure. So, This is a real player as well, so this is going to be absolutely impossible to overcome. But what we need is 33 points. Can we get 33 points? That is the question. We're right behind the rival, who's using the reindeer boost and has got Sauron out the front. So they've gone for the wet boost. All dogs are all good. Dogs are all good. Latifi flying backwards right now. That's not what we need. He's getting the postman. So it is going to rain in 30 seconds. It's impossible to face a rival like this with our team score, but Andrew, have a third go at spelling it. Andrew, I can't do English lessons as well as F1 Clash. So, rain's about to come in 4 seconds' time. How long is it going to last for? 2.5 minutes. So we're going to have to use some wet tyres. So let's try and get Perez in this lap. We've got hard and mediums ahead, so I think it's definitely worth getting in the pits. And I think Latifi, I'm going to do it as well, because I think everyone else is going to hold back and do another lap. So in comes Perez. We're doing the undercut. We're going to have to try and convert this into a free stop, potentially. Echo 29, I am. How are you? How old are you, mate? So the car's starting to struggle as Gasly goes off. And we've got a crash in Sector 2. And that might work out in our favour. So where was that crash? Just down here. Will we see it? There we go. Max Verstappen was in the wall. So that could have come out. Yeah, small buttons are terrible. Jackie Chow, definitely look at drivers, potentially. First, give you some better matchups with some higher drivers, lower car. Congratulations, Echo. Guys, girls, Echo just passed his driving test, so give him a massive congrats in the chat. Massive congrats to Echo on that one. And Bobo, Ferrari fan. I am. What about you? That says it all. Yeah, Homer. Max in the wall. Who would have thought? Last time we did that was probably at Baku with the tyre explosion. But yeah, well done, Echo. Be safe out there, like Javier says. You'll be loving driving around in your new car. That's what we do on here. Look, we look after our members. Let them know. We're going to have some dry weather coming in soon as well, guys. So everyone's going to go to wet tyres, and it's about to go wet. So we're back out. We can just keep pushing here, I reckon. Let's try and cause some misery to the rival. It's going to be very hard, though. I think we just need 37 points. And what are we on now? Great, 30. And, we're going to be impossible from here. Can we sneak 37 points somehow? It's starting to dry, but it's not going to start drying quick enough. Ah, yes, Andrew. Yes, he did clip the wall. You're all right. So Latifi's struggling to get past here. And I think we're going to have to do another race. Is it 37 or 33 points we needed? I can't remember. But either way, I don't think we're getting both here. We're only on 30. But Kriston says 33. Oh, that's going to be so annoying. Oh, great. So I need 3 points. I'm not going to get it. We're on 30. The dry boosts in the wet are not working. Unless we can get any more moves done. Anyone coming into the pits? No. Anyone going to be surviving at the end? Potentially a couple. And there's one. We're up to 31. 2 points needed. Latifi, as always, at the back. Here's a move, though. He could make it all up here. Can't do it. What about Perez? Perez gets through. We need 1 point. It's all on Nicholas Latifi again. Can Nicholas Latifi get us 1 point? Oh, it's a traffic jam. Come on. Come on. There we go. Round the outside. 33 points. I never celebrated 33 points so much. Homer, intermediate tyres could do. I'll be interested to see how they work, though. Because obviously, the track never stays at a certain wet percentage. It always moves. So we've got a P1 in sprint rewards. And obviously, we don't need the rewards, but let's show you what, if you was me, what you would have got. Hopefully it's a Leviathan. What are we all saying? What do we reckon it's going to be? Javier, first corners was so bad at Austin for that. Try pushing hard down the straight and then cut into a medium boost. That sometimes does the trick. Doesn't work all the time, but can help. Andrew reckons we're going to get Vindicator. GFO, well, thank you for coming. Have a good one. Appreciate all your continued support, every single one of you. All the support you give me for the stream as well. Means a lot. Christon reckons Lando. Homer's got Max Verstappen and Alonso. Here we go. Let's see what we can get. 20s. We get Hamilton. Depends if you said epic or not. We get some Spirit. Christon reckons True Grit coming up. And we're back. Andrew, I wish I could have said I did that on purpose. That would have been so funny to keep you all hanging. But that's a nice little drum roll. Christon got it right. It was as almost a pause the stream though. That was quite funny. You're all catching up now as well, so it was True Grit that we did catch for this week. So we've still got 10%. I've got the battery plug in. What's going on? We're charging the battery. We're losing battery, guys. We're on ERS. We're not going to definitely race another one because that would be a nightmare on the battery. So, what we got? 10%. Still hanging on. You can, Andrew, yes. I think it definitely. I mean, if you keep racing, if you're racing 6, 7, 8 races a day anyway, jump in sprint, do the sprint races, extra 10 True Grit at any level is absolutely brilliant. Javier, yeah, I'm just testing it now. It's not working very good, is it? It does drain battery, it absolutely does, but I've got my charger in and it's a fast charger. And I'm still on 10% as it stands. So I don't know what's happening with that one, but it's not working well. That is for sure. Let's try and plug it back in. And we are in. But I don't know if to call it... It could be too hot. Yeah, it might have... we need power saving. We're not very good. We've got the ER issues as well. So what I might do is I might call it an early night. Let's have a look how we're doing in here. So 1.66 million at the minute for us in P3. Toki evening. Toki always comes along when I'm thinking about potentially calling the stream off. I reckon he sits there, waits for me to say it, and then goes, right, I'm going to message now. We'll do until 9 PM UK. We'll do another 20 minutes. We'll chill out with some easy Series 8 races to up me flags, or Series 10, whichever it is. 10% battery still kicking off. Let's do one more at least. Let's keep it in this series. Let's try and raise some flags. Although I think I've got to win the race anyway, so let's just kick off one more in here. Javier's kicking the P1. Kriston, I might do that next week, generally because of battery life more than anything. But if you're going to be here next week, we'll do a lot more of them viewer picks. Toki, I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking. All good. All good indeed. Hopefully next week as well. I think next Tuesday... Is next Tuesday the 27th? What day is it today? 19th? Could be. So I think next week, 25th. I think the 27th is when we hear a bit more from the team. So that would be interesting to see. We've got a real player. 18th today, so yeah, 25th. Is his rival real player? And he's using self-control, bless him. And I've used Ode and Jin. Oh yeah, Toki, yeah, that's fine. All good. All good. So Latifi struggling from the start, as always does. And Perez is flying out front on Jin. But yeah, Kriston, if you're here next week, we'll do a lot more of them. A lot more pick a strategy, pick a driver. Or I'll tell you what, I'll do one. I could check after the end of this. Let me check what battery life we got at the end of this and we'll do one. Max is watching the stream and the football, multitasking as ever. That's how easy it is for Max. You're all living the life. What could you ask for? Watching the football and listening to me and watching me play F1 Clash, not Crash. Living the life. We're all absolutely loving it. Well, you wait until the new season comes out. Everybody will be getting phone alerts to say, put your phone down. Max is watching Chelsea against Real Madrid. So can we get some decent points from Perez and Latifi? Perez up to P3. And Latifi in P16. Toki's going to be on holiday. Enjoying himself somewhere. Gary's back towards the end of the stream. Because he doesn't like football anymore. Kriston's watching Milan. Well, I can't speak now. Milan. Oh God, what's going on? Milan. Kriston's watching. What of my language going on there? So what we like on battery, because we're struggling, 6. So I think this is definitely going to be the last one. It can't hold up on the battery life. And if it goes down after, in this race, then you know I loved you all. But we'll be calling it a night soon because battery life is not sticking in there right now. Perez is in the lead though. Gary, get used to get grinding back in Series 12 if you're not. Touch my dilly, I've got fast charge, it's on. But it's not working. I don't know why. I can't do anything about it either. Sadly. I don't know why it's not charging too good, but we're in with Latifi and Perez. Gary, my grind's definitely needed, that's for sure. My phone's been hutched. Oh, it's funny. Been hutched in this race. We ain't going to get past a lot of these. Got Perez in P3. Latifi now into P15. What we'll do, will we finish the race or will we lose the phone battery? Echo, just to give myself a harder matchup. That's all, rather than being 1-2 all the time. Make me come through the pack. What we got now? 4%. I don't know if we're going to make it. But I appreciate you all watching the stream either way. So thank you for watching that all. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully as well, if it does go. We're struggling at the minute. So it could, if this cuts off, then you know why. Not sure why it's not charging much, but let's try and plug another plug in. We've flipped it all. It's not going well. What are we at now? 4% still. It's more thrilling than the race. We're going to run out of tyres with Latifi. We've got Perez P2 coming across the line. And Latifi in P12. We're going to make it, I think. Yeah, catching group chats, guys. Thanks as well. What are we on now? Still staying at 4. Latifi's out of tyres. That's great. That's brilliantly strategy by AZWF1. Toki says, try a hammer. Hey, a hammer does solve the problem a lot of the time, I'll give you that. We managed to finish the race though. That's the main thing. Don't know why it was draining the battery so much though. Definitely, I don't know if I've held it now though. Still at 4. But yeah, let's call it an early stream then, because for some reason I've either driven over the cable with a chair or something. Homer reckons phone temperature. It could well be, but we're surviving at the minute. I don't know why it is the problem, but yes, Javier, appreciate that. I'll hopefully, it's going to be tough to get a qualifying guide out now, but I'll definitely look to get one out for Friday again for the weekend, especially up to the end of this F1 Clash season. Andrew, wish you luck. Javier, Andrew, everybody who's a channel member, appreciate your support as always. Appreciate all your subscribers as well, and anybody who jumps up in the chat and chats to me all evening. So do appreciate every single one of you. We'll all do this again next Tuesday. 3% we're down to. But no, seriously, thank you so much for all the support. Let's catch you in the next one. And let's keep on smashing it till the end of the season. Thanks all. And I'll see you later on.